High above the patchwork quilt of fields and forests, a crow named Caelum soared through the crisp morning air, his glossy black feathers glinting in the sun. Caelum loved the thrill of the wind beneath his wings, a constant companion that whispered secrets of the world below. As he glided effortlessly through the sky, he reveled in the boundless freedom of flight, a master of the currents that cradled him. The world was his to explore, and today promised to be no ordinary day. From his lofty perch, Caelum could see the sprawling landscape unfurling like a storybook. Below him, the green fields were dotted with wildflowers that swayed in the gentle breeze, while patches of golden wheat rippled like waves in a vast ocean. Each place he passed told a tale of life, vibrant and full of motion. He dipped low, just skimming the treetops, where he could hear the chatter of squirrels and the distant call of other birds echoing in the air. His keen eyes caught sight of a bustling farm nestled at the edge of a forest. Curiosity tugged at him, and he veered down for a closer look. The farm was alive with activity. Farmers were hard at work, tending to their crops, while children chased each other in a playful game of tag, their laughter ringing out like a sweet melody. Caelum landed on a nearby fence post, watching the scene unfold with interest. He had seen many things from above, but the innocence of childhood always tugged at his heart. Just as he was about to take flight again, he noticed a young girl sitting alone under a large oak tree. Her head was bowed and her fingers traced patterns in the dirt. Caelum tilted his head, intrigued. She seemed lost in thought, her expression distant and sad. In that moment, Caelum understood something profound about his world. Every adventure he witnessed was imbued with emotion, with stories waiting to be uncovered. He took a deep breath, allowing the warmth of the sun to fill him, before launching himself back into the sky. With a flap of his wings, Caelum ascended higher, the farm becoming a mere dot on the landscape. He glided over the dense forest, where ancient trees whispered secrets to one another. Below, a family of deer grazed quietly, their ears twitching at every sound. A majestic stag lifted his head, his antlers reaching for the sky like branches of the oldest tree. Caelum admired their grace, their existence intertwined with the wilderness that surrounded them. As he continued his journey, he spotted a shimmering river snaking through the valley, glinting like a silver ribbon in the sunlight. The water danced and sparkled, inviting him to explore its depths. Curious, he veered down, his talons brushing the surface. As he glided above the water, he spotted fish darting below, their scales flashing like jewels in the sun. Suddenly, with a splash, a heron swooped down, its long legs extending gracefully. Caelum chuckled to himself, enjoying the clumsy grace of the bird as it attempted to catch its meal. But it wasn't just beauty. Caelum observed there were darker tales woven into the fabric of life as well. He glided over a small village where the rooftops were covered in thick thatch. The scent of smoke curled upward from chimneys, carrying the aromas of cooking food. But as he looked closer, he saw shadows flitting through the alleys, faces pinched with worry, voices hushed in fear. He noticed an old woman sitting by her door, her eyes clouded with sorrow. Caelum's heart ached for her. He knew all too well the burden of loneliness. Yet, life had its moments of brightness, even amidst the shadows. Caelum soon spotted a vibrant festival unfolding in the village square. Colorful banners waved in the breeze, laughter spilling out like music. People danced and celebrated, their joy palpable even from above. Children waved up at him, their faces painted with delight. He soared lower, basking in the infectious energy, momentarily forgetting the sadness he had just witnessed. As the sun began to wane dip toward the horizon, Caelum continued his journey, moving toward the cliffs that bordered the edge of the land. He had always found solace in the rugged beauty of the cliffs, where the earth met the sea in a dramatic embrace. The crashing waves sent plumes of spray high into the air, and Caelum relished the salty tang that filled his beak as he glided over the tumultuous waters. Here, the world felt raw and untamed. He spotted a colony of seals basking on the rocks, their sleek bodies glistening in the waning light. The sound of their barks mixed with the roar of the ocean, creating a symphony of nature that echoed in his heart. Caelum watched in awe as a playful seal splashed its companion, sending them both tumbling into the water with joyous abandon. As night began to cloak the world in darkness, Caelum felt the pull of the stars. The first twinkling lights emerged, piercing the veil of night, and he soared higher still. where the air was crisp and cold. Up here, the sky opened up, revealing a universe filled with wonders. He traced the constellations, recalling the tales his ancestors had whispered of brave heroes and timeless legends written in the stars. With each beat of his wings, Caelum reflected on the adventures he had witnessed that day: the laughter of children, the grace of the deer, the vibrant festival, and the soothing waves. Each moment, each experience, was a thread woven into the fabric of existence, connecting him to the world below. It was a reminder that every life was a story, filled with both light and shadow. As the moon rose, casting a silvery glow across the landscape, Caelum felt a profound sense of peace wash over him. He had soared through the skies, observed the intricacies of life, and gathered tales that would resonate within him forever. The night was alive with whispers of dreams and hopes, and he knew that tomorrow would bring more adventures, more stories to unfold. With one final glide, he turned toward his favorite perch atop a towering pine tree. As he settled down, the world below transformed into a tapestry of darkness and mystery, the silhouettes of the trees dancing in the moonlight. Caelum closed his eyes, listening to the soft rustle of the leaves and the gentle lullaby of the night. Tomorrow, he would fly again, ready to explore the wonders of the world and the countless stories waiting to be discovered beneath the vast open sky. For Caelum the Crow, every glide was an adventure, every moment a treasure, and the world was a book filled with tales just waiting to be told.